Thermal runaway is at the spot of the failure of the component will just give, and then the temperature will skyrocket, and that's when it all fails. And that's what thermal runaway is. And that's what we try to prevent with the technology. The dangers of a thermal runaway, it could end up being catastrophic. We were at a processing plant, meat processing plant, and we were helping with, we were doing our quarterly route. And during the quarterly route, we were in an electrical room, and I scanned all the equipment before we opened it, all the buckets and disconnects. And we came to this one disconnect, and I seen it was very hot. And I told the electrician, I said, let's be careful. I said, I'll stand over here and you open the door. I said, let's be careful. And what we came to find is when we opened it up was a connection of about 600 degrees on a knife connection. And what I mean by a knife connection, there's 3 knife connections because it's a 3-phase system. And the other 2 were probably about 98 degrees, and this one was 600. So we knew we had an issue on it. And so we documented it, took pictures carefully, closed it back up, and went and talked to management right away, because that's the first thing we need to do. They need to get on top of this and get parts ordered and get to a scheduled shutdown before that thermal runaway happened. And so we had a meeting with all the decision makers, the electrician, me, and the head maintenance guy, and we went ahead and got parts ordered, and they scheduled a shutdown in 2 weeks down the road. So we had everything documented, but in the meantime, before the 2 weeks was up and we got there, we hit thermal runaway, and it caused a fire, a catastrophe, and it burnt the whole electrical room down. And so that's why it's just real important to make sure we document everything, what is going on, and also letting the people know right away that need to know. And that's what we bring to the table. A component that has failed at the time of thermal runaway, and it'll flash at you. It'll go from a solid copper to a vapor. It actually goes from a solid copper to a liquid to a vapor, back to a liquid, back to a solid, all in a matter of less than a second, and that could be up to 1400 degrees, and that's what an arc flash is. And that's what we use thermal imaging is to help prevent that arc flash from happening. And X-Ray Eyes uses arc flash gear. We dress up in our safety gear. The electricians dress up in their safety gear. So if we open a bucket, like I was talking about on that thermal runaway issue we had, if that were to blow when we open up, because an arc flash happens when you get an inrush of air into the equipment. So as I open up a door, the electrician opens up the door, there's an inrush of air, and there's always a potential of arc flash to happen. So you want to be suited up and protecting yourself and the electrician, because everybody wants to go home at the end of the day. But over the years, since thermal imaging has got brought into industrial complexes, arc flashes have significantly been reduced down to about hardly anything nowadays. So it's a real good tool.